In today's video, I want to chat to you guys about the 2024 budget speech. Good day, my name is Heinrich. I'm the owner of SA Accounting Network. I've done this budget speech review a couple of times for a couple of years in a row, and today I just want to highlight just one or two things that stands out for individuals and for companies, and that's what I want to share you guys quickly. Before I get to the presentation, maybe if you can just give the video a like, remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to show you quickly what it's about. Right, let me quickly show you what happened in the 2024 budget speech. As all of us know, this year's election year, so I don't think we can expect much happening this year. But just quickly run through the basics. So if you look at the tax tables for individuals, there's nothing that changed. Everything is still the same. You can see the tax brackets for people that earns up to 237,000 Rand, that stayed exactly the same. There's nothing that changed over here. The rebates didn't change, so everything is exactly the same. The tax tables, no changes. So if you look at this just from this point of view, it looks like everything is the same, but effectively the government is actually getting in more money because remember inflation, every year everything becomes more expensive. So because they didn't adjust these the tax tables, then it means that they actually didn't adjust, or that they're actually getting more revenue, because remember that your salary increases every year as well, and every time that your salary increases, the tax on your salary increases, but they didn't adjust these tax tables forward. So that is the reason, or the way that they actually increasing the revenue. I'll touch on that a little bit later. There's something that I will show you guys that's relevant to that as well. I think for individuals, the next thing, so everything that I'm highlighting here, you'll see I've got the 2024 stuff in the left hand side, the budget from 2023 to 24, and then on the right hand side I've got the 24-25 budget. So the previous year there was definitely a change from 2023 to 24, but 24 to 25 it stayed exactly the same. The next one over here is retirement fund lump sum withdrawals benefits. So the previous year, this first limit over here was I think 25,000 Rand, so they adjusted in the previous year to 27,500. That stayed the same, so once again no changes over there. And then the next one over here is just for lump sum benefits or severance benefits. If you get retrenched, then these are the tax tables that they're going to use for your withdrawals from these lump sums. So I think something that is on the cards, and they talked about it in the budget speech as well, is the two-pot retirement system that they're talking about. So I'm just curious to see which tax tables they'll be using for that one over there. And the next one is the medical aid expenses. So that is quite interesting. So remember that all of us, if you belong to a medical aid, you get a medical tax credit of 364 Rand per person per month. And then obviously for the first two people, after that is an additional 246 Rand. So they haven't adjusted these medical tax credits for a couple of years. And I think the anticipation of this was for in connection with the national health insurance that they want to release. But there were talks that there was a possibility for this year that they wanted to scrap these medical tax credits now already, so they can start getting money together for the national health insurance. I'm glad to see that they didn't change it. Like I say, it is election year for them, so it's a good thing that they kept that just as it is. Next thing, transfer duty. So that's obviously also relevant if you're buying properties. Nothing changed there as well. Previously, there was a change, and that's why I kept the slide in. So yeah, these guys are just playing it as safe as possible. Nothing changed between the 2 years. So what I did is just from their little tax pocket guide, I just took just a couple of snippets of the highlights. So you can see no change to personal income tax brackets, rebates, medical tax credits. They said there's an increase in excise duties and alcohol, beverage, all the normal stuff. There's tobacco products, the increase between 4, 5 and 8%. No change to the fuel levy. Plastic bags, the levy is going to increase to 32 cents. Global minimum tax of 15% applies to large multinational companies, so that's good. See, there's a thing about the two-part retirement reform to be implemented from September 2024. So those tax tables that I was talking about, these ones over here, I'm curious to see which one of these tax tables they will use once people start withdrawing from their two-part retirement system. Then they're talking about some rebate that's coming in, or tax incentive for people who produce electrical or hydrogen vehicles. So that's maybe just something to keep an eye on in the future, but I don't think it's relevant for now. Companies, once again, everything stayed exactly the same. You can see 23-24 tax rate was 27%. The current year is still 27%. Small business corporations, remember we work with them from time to time as well. You can see even over there as well, there's been no change. I think one good thing, there were rumors about the VAT being increased, so there's nothing that came through about that. So that's a good thing, and I think that is the short and sweet stuff that's relevant to small businesses and individuals in this year's budget speech. Like I said, it's not a very exciting one, but I think the guys are obviously playing it safe because it is election time. But what I want to do show you as well quickly, while I've got you online, is they brought out this little PDF document which talks about the highlights. So let me quickly see if I can find it. So there were one or two things that caught my eye over here. So if you look at the 2024-25 highlights, you can go download this little brochure from the Treasury's website. They're talking about the estimates of the macroeconomic outlook summary, the budget framework. And I think just what's interesting that caught my eye over here is just the consolidated government spending will amount to almost 2.4 trillion rand in the 2024-25 budget, and 2.5 trillion in 2025-26. 2.6 trillion in 26-27. So part of the overall change is 251 billion has been added to something to ensure that the salaries of teachers and stuff are safe. And there was something else that caught my eye here. They said that they were going to increase the government revenues by something like 15 billion rand for this year. I did see it somewhere on this note over here. Oh, let's quickly see. Yeah, now I can't find it. Yes, but they said that it's 15 billion rand more than the previous year. So I think this is just something interesting just to look at, and just the amount of money that our government is actually spending. I think that is maybe just the thing that I want to highlight over here. And you can see this is also just interesting, the breakdown of the different sources of income. Personal income tax is probably about a third, or a third of our total revenue. You can see VAT is in second in line, company tax, customs, fuel levies, and others. So I think, it's just a little bit of interesting information, all the normal statistics that we see every single year. There was that one thing over here. You can see debt service cost. So all the money that we're borrowing, we're paying 382 billion rand a year just to service the debt on that, which is ridiculous. But that is the short and sweet of this year's budget speech. Like I said, it's election year, so we wouldn't expect much this year. And have a look at it. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for the next.